Is she even wearing anything? That's the question that seems to follow Bianca Censori everywhere she goes. Ever since she stepped into the public eye as Kanye West's new muse, and later his wife, people have been obsessed with her daring, barely there outfits. From sheer bodysuits to outfits that leave almost nothing to the imagination, Bianca's wardrobe has sparked endless debates. Is this all Kanye's doing? Is he the mastermind behind her bold new look? Or is there something deeper going on? Something Bianca actually wants? For months, the world speculated about whether Kanye was forcing Bianca into these revealing outfits. But now, she has finally spoken up, and her answer? It's not what most people expected. Bianca Censori, from architect to muse. Before she became the center of global attention, Bianca Censori was just a talented architect working behind the scenes at Kanye's Yeezy brand. She wasn't known for shocking outfits or walking the streets in revealing clothing. Instead, she was an intelligent, well-respected designer, living a relatively quiet life. She had long, dark hair, a polished and sophisticated style, and a wardrobe filled with professional, structured outfits. She was far from the bold, avant-garde figure she is today. Then, everything changed. Almost overnight, Bianca went from a private figure to one of the most talked about women in the world. Her hair transformed from dark brunette to platinum blonde. Her wardrobe shrank, literally. Gone were the structured blazers and professional attire, replaced with sheer fabric, tight bodysuits, and outfits that seemed to push the boundaries of what was socially acceptable. And the world couldn't stop talking about it. Kanye West. A history of transforming his partners. To understand Bianca's transformation, we have to look at Kanye West's history, because if there's one thing he's known for, besides music and fashion, it's his ability to shape and redefine the women he dates. Look at Kim Kardashian. Before Kanye, Kim's style was flashy, filled with bold patterns, bright colors, and trendy accessories. But once Kanye entered the picture, everything shifted. He introduced her to high fashion, neutral tones, and sleek, minimalistic looks. He famously overhauled her closet, even telling her certain outfits were too cheesy for his taste. It wasn't just about style, it was about control. Kim later revealed that Kanye would criticize her for dressing in ways he didn't approve of, making her feel self-conscious about expressing herself. And now, it seems Bianca is experiencing an even more extreme version of this transformation. But the question remains, is she willingly embracing this change, or is she being molded by Kanye without realizing it? Bianca's shocking confession. This is freedom. For months, people assumed Bianca was just another one of Kanye's projects, someone he could shape into his ideal muse. But now, Bianca has finally spoken out about her new look. In a rare conversation with close friends, Bianca reportedly said that this transformation isn't about control, it's about freedom. "He wants me to embrace my true self," Bianca reportedly explained. "To exist without limits, without fear. Clothes? They're just another form of control." This statement flipped the entire narrative. Instead of being a victim of Kanye's influence, Bianca claims she's actually liberating herself. But is this really about empowerment? Or is it just another form of submission disguised as freedom? A deeper meaning, the art of fashion, or the lack of it. Bianca's outfits, or lack thereof, have become more than just a fashion statement. They've become a cultural moment. Throughout history, fashion has been a tool for both oppression and liberation. Women once fought for the right to wear pants, to show their shoulders, to express themselves through clothing. Now, Bianca and Kanye are challenging the very concept of wearing clothes at all. But not everyone sees this as empowerment. Critics argue that Kanye is once again exerting power and control, over his partner, just in a new, more extreme way. They point to Kim Kardashian's past struggles, saying that Kanye's influence often starts off as support, but eventually turns into dominance. And then there's the backlash from Bianca's own family. Reports suggest that her loved ones are deeply concerned about her drastic transformation. They worry that she's losing herself in Kanye's world, becoming more of a character in his artistic vision than an individual with her own identity. So, is Bianca truly free? Or is she just part of Kanye's never-ending artistic experiment? Kanye's perspective: art, fashion, or control? To Kanye, everything is art. His music, his fashion, his relationships. He sees them all as canvases to shape and redefine. And if we step back and look at his history, Bianca's transformation might not just be about fashion. It could be part of a bigger artistic statement. Fashion experts believe Kanye is using Bianca as a living, breathing art piece. He's stripping everything down, literally, to challenge modern beauty standards, ideas of modesty, and society's expectations of women. But is this really revolutionary, or is it just another chapter in Kanye's long history of controversy? And at what point does art cross the line into control? The backlash: public outrage and media reactions. Unsurprisingly, Bianca's transformation has sparked intense backlash from both fans and critics. Social media is flooded with debates over whether this is empowerment or exploitation. Some fans admire Bianca's boldness, saying she's redefining fashion and embracing body positivity. Others argue that she's simply being used as a prop for Kanye's artistic agenda. News outlets have also picked up the story, with many labeling Kanye as controlling and manipulative. But despite all the backlash, Bianca doesn't seem fazed. If anything, she appears completely committed to her new role as Kanye's muse. Will Bianca's transformation last? The biggest question now is, how long will this last? Is Bianca truly happy with this extreme transformation, or will she eventually break free and reclaim her old identity? Will she continue walking through life in sheer outfits, or will she wake up one day and feel the need to step back into her own individuality? At what point does reinvention become erasure? So far, Bianca seems completely devoted to Kanye's vision. But if history tells us anything, it's that Kanye's artistic focus is constantly shifting. He goes through phases, ideas, and even muses, often leaving them behind when he moves on to the next concept. So, will Bianca remain Kanye's ultimate masterpiece? Or will she one day find herself discarded when his attention shifts elsewhere? Only time will tell. Final thought: who's really in control? So, is Bianca Censori walking around half-dressed because Kanye makes her, or because she wants to? Is this true empowerment, or a new form of control disguised as artistic freedom? The answer probably isn't black and white. It's complicated. It's layered. And maybe even Bianca herself hasn't fully figured it out yet. One thing's for sure: the world is watching. What do you think? Is Bianca embracing a bold new version of herself, or is Kanye shaping her into something she never intended to be? Let's discuss in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the stories everyone's talking about.